Hello, my dear friends. Thank you for joining me today. Let's settle in together. Maybe you're curled up in your favorite armchair or enjoying a quiet moment in the kitchen with a warm cup of tea. Wherever you are, let's take this time to talk about something that may seem simple, but when you look a little closer, holds remarkable meaning: the way our body speaks to us. Have you ever noticed an itch that simply wouldn't go away? That slight, persistent irritation that made you wonder just for a moment if something more might be going on? You aren't alone. As we grow older, our bodies often whisper their needs in subtle ways, through aches, through fatigue, and yes, even through the occasional itch. These little signals, when gently acknowledged, can teach us more than we anticipate about health, care, and slowing down to listen. Now, perhaps you're wondering, can an itch really mean something more than dry skin? It turns out it can. Doctors and researchers have been studying this for years, unraveling connections between chronic itching and deeper health concerns as we age. Today, I'll walk you through 4 types of itchiness that may arise in areas of the body. Together, we'll unpack what those sneaky signals might mean, and more importantly, how we can respond with love and care for ourselves. Persistent itching on the lower legs, a gentle warning about circulation. Let's start from the ground up, our legs. For some, especially as the years go by, the lower legs, those shins, calves, and ankles, seem to develop an itch that no amount of moisturizer can soothe. Does this describe you, or maybe someone you know? You may chalk it up to dry skin or the effects of aging, but as it happens, persistent lower leg itching can sometimes point to something called peripheral artery disease, or PAD. It's a condition where blood circulation to the legs becomes limited, often leaving the skin dry, sensitive, and, yes, itchy. The legs are sometimes called the second heart because they help pump blood back up to the rest of the body. If that circulation slows down, our legs may send a message through itching discomfort, even before we recognize cold feet or swelling. But here's the hopeful news. Movement works wonders. Regular short walks, even around your home or garden, can improve circulation tremendously. Elevating your feet while relaxing, staying hydrated, and gently cutting back on salty or processed foods can also help. Don't underestimate small changes here, like wearing compression socks or massaging your legs. If this resonates with you, perhaps take the time to check in with your body. Your legs are asking for just a little extra love. Itching on the upper back, a signal from your inner organs. Now let's talk about the upper and mid back. Have you noticed a scratchy spot between your shoulders or across your middle back that just doesn't seem to go away? It's frustrating, isn't it? But consider this. It may actually be your liver or kidneys whispering for attention. These extraordinary organs work tirelessly to cleanse your body and keep everything in balance, yet over time, they can become less efficient, particularly if they're under strain. When waste products or toxins begin to build up, the skin, a surface packed with nerve endings, may start to react with persistent itching. And while most of us would never link an itchy back to something like kidney function, medical experts often do. According to a report by the National Institute on Aging, chronic itching in certain areas, including the back, is a potential warning sign of liver or kidney issues in older adults. This isn't a cause for alarm. It's a reminder to check in and seek simple solutions. Stay well hydrated and consider foods that are easier on the liver and kidneys, like fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. If you've been taking multiple medications, you might consult your doctor to ensure they're not overburdening these organs. Remember, dear friends, Your back might not just be itching, it may be reaching out for your care. Itching on the scalp or back of the neck, a conversation with stress. Next, I want to take a moment to address something both physical and emotional. That vexing itch we sometimes feel on our scalp or at the nape of our neck. Have you felt it lately? Or perhaps you've noticed it seems to creep up when you're particularly tense or preoccupied. The scalp and neck are home to some of the most sensitive nerve endings in your body. When stress levels rise, whether from major life changes or even lingering emotional strain, these areas can respond in a way we physically feel. Our bodies hold onto tension more deeply as we age, often lingering in the nervous system, which governs how we react to life's ups and downs. Dr. Amy Sherman, a psychologist specializing in older adult resilience, highlights how chronic stress keeps the body in a state of low-grade alert, quietly affecting everything from hormone levels to immune functioning. Over time, this can lead to physical symptoms like persistent itching in areas rich with nerve endings. The beauty here, however, is that relieving this kind of tension doesn't require drastic change. It could mean writing a letter to a loved one or breathing deeply for just a few minutes every evening. It could be spending more time outdoors under sunlight or reconnecting with a favorite hobby. Little by little, steps like these help soothe both body and spirit. Persistent itchiness around the chest or abdomen. The silent call of nutrition. Finally, we arrive at the torso, your chest, your abdomen, and the core that keeps you standing tall. If you've noticed persistent itching there without clear cause, this may be your body's gentle way of pointing out nutrient deficiencies. As we age, our digestive systems sometimes lose a bit of efficiency, making it harder to absorb essential nutrients like B vitamins, zinc, and magnesium. And when we don't get enough of these nutrients, our skin and nerves often alert us by becoming irritated or overly sensitive. The solution here is one of my favorites because it revolves around nourishment, not only for your body but your heart. Adding even a few small nutrient-rich things to your daily routine, some leafy greens, berries sprinkled over yogurt, or even a handful of nuts, can make a world of difference. AARP suggests that incorporating low-impact dietary changes can dramatically improve energy levels, cognitive sharpness, and skin health over time. Isn't it wonderful how something as simple as a few colorful vegetables can do all that? Closing reflections. So, my friends, let's pause together here. Take a moment to reflect on what your body may have been trying to tell you lately. These are not signs to fear, but invitations to listen, to tend, and to move with greater awareness into the seasons ahead. You don't need to do everything all at once. Maybe start with one small adjustment, a walk around the block, an extra glass of water in your day, or a conscious moment spent relaxing your shoulders and breathing deeply. With each step, you're telling your body, I hear you, I care for you. Remember, the goal isn't just living longer, it's living well, with grace, independence, and joy. Thank you for giving me the gift of your time and thoughts today. If there's one thing that stood out to you, I'd love to hear about it. Let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, take good care of yourselves and always listen to the quiet ways your body speaks.